Hey, courageous ones. Are you a tortoise or are you a hare? In my decade-long martial art training, during test times, we'd have to practice one of the hardest techniques to perform. The technique was called randori, and it's a free sparring scenario where multiple attackers are rapidly coming at you. It's chaotic in that the attack is unpredictable. There are many elements that you don't know about, like the kind of attack that's coming at you, at what speed, what force, what body, from where. It feels like everything all at once, fast and chaotic. And there's no time for you to stop and think about what technique to use or how to execute said technique. And the defender must use fast body movements to fend off the attackers and move continuously in order to protect themselves. When the technique is performed effectively, it looks fluid, easy, graceful. And if you can imagine this, it can be quite similar to a day in the life of a high-achieving woman with a family and an ongoing set of tasks and priorities to perform all day, every day. That, when performed successfully, she's known as the graceful one, the one that makes it all look so effortless. People say, "Wow, you look so graceful. You made it look so easy and beautiful. How do you do it?" Well, at the heart of a well-performed randori is a calm, cool, and collected person. How do you do it? And this is what we're talking about today. The answer? Slow down. You slow down at a moment where everything in you wants to speed up. This is a mock life or death situation. It's what's coming at you all at once. Adrenaline and stress hormones are at a high and naturally will speed up our reactions. It's flight or fight time. But rather than going into fighting everyone all at once, think multitasking here, you slow yourself down, you slow your adrenaline and your breath to be so present that you're able to line up and isolate the attackers one by one. Instead of attackers, though, you're lining up your to-dos and you're addressing them one by one. And this is how the defender survives. So many of us feel a high pressure with a low-level anxiety to get all the things done in as little time as possible. To do that, we have to move quickly. We have to rush. Daily life can feel a lot like randori, depending on what's going on. But daily life should not feel like mock life or death situation every day. When it does, it leads to burnout. If you think you might be burned out or on the cusp of burning out, go check out the Burnout playlist on my channel, because this video is going to be added to that playlist, since I found that slowing down has been the most helpful healing practice to burnout recovery. Okay, back to the episode here. Part of the problem is that our society rewards speed. As you already know, everything should be fast because faster is better. It's better because more gets done in less time. Faster results, faster deliveries, faster commutes, faster meals, faster lines, speed, baby. And that is productivity, people. But what I've found that I don't like is that everywhere and everyone seems to be delusionally moving at a crazy fast pace, hustling, bustling, optimizing, always on deck, constantly working, pushing for productivity. We're all trying to get so much done in a single day. Some of us are paper chasing. Some of us are chasing success. We've got to pay to play, right? So we chase gold stars, we seek external validation, and this performance repeats day after day. My bros, I have to tell you, I honestly think that it's kind of crazy. And at the very least, it's crazy making. We get swept up by this frenetic energy like a rip current, pulling us away from our home base. We lose our grounding, and the next thing you know, we're losing sleep, we're reactive with the ones that we love, our lives feel scattered and strangely disconnected to our core values, like what we're doing it for. OMG, why are we working so hard to optimize everything? And guess what? This is coming from someone who's been operating like that for most of their life. After experiencing burnout, I now understand that I can't function that way anymore, where I'm always on the clock, never slowing down, not stopping, like there's not enough time, which eventually led to burnout. How I think of it now is going against the grain is an act of quiet rebellion, of self-care and self-love for myself and humanity. It may sound dramatic to some, but spiritual and mental well-being is a core value of mine. And what about for you? Is well-being or something similar a core value of yours? The truth is, when you've experienced burnout, you know for sure that faster is not better for us. Faster is not better for our spiritual and mental well-being. When we're revved up for speed every day, all day, it becomes harmful to our central nervous system. For highly sensitive people, this can be especially true because their nervous system processes information differently. And if you want to hear more about that, check out my Burnout Recovery Basics video. I'll link that in the description below. But when we slow down, our nervous system calms down and our brain processes information better. We make fewer mistakes and we feel more in control. We inhabit more presence in all that we're doing, moving with intention, lowering our anxiety, improving our well-being. And if you're in midlife like me, we hear about the brain fog and forgetfulness that comes with this season of life. But honestly, I don't typically buy into and easily accept that kind of mindset. I prefer doing what I can to have clear thinking and strong memory recall in what I'm doing. Slowing down is the perfect practice for that because it improves memory and enhances our problem solving, allowing for better decision making. It's good for your heart and reduces the cortisol stress hormone. Let me tell you, since recovering from burnout, the cortisol belly that I had when I was still working at my job is much smaller. And I'm working on reducing it down even more by slowing down. Research supports that when we take a slower pace throughout the day and have regular breaks, it enhances our performance and our well-being. We're sharper, we're more focused, our relaxation response activates, our heart slows, our senses return, our awareness deepens. Okay, so are you surprised at all the ways that slowing down is so good for our well-being? I love it because honestly, it's a more natural way to be. All right, now that we've discussed why slowing down is really good for us, let's get into 10 introductory ways that you can start to slow down today. So be thinking how you can incorporate these in your day. The first one is set no phone mornings, and that's just pretty simple. Just don't pick up the phone the first thing that you do. Instead, number 2, set meditation mornings. Listen to your favorite meditation, a nice short one, like 5 minutes long, instead of looking at your phone first thing. Number 3, build a slow sip ritual where you just sit to sip your morning beverage without doing anything else. Number 4, read 1 to 3 pages of a book you've been really wanting to start or finish, and you can do that before you pop out of bed for the morning or before you go to sleep. Number 5, take 3 deep, slow breaths before you answer your phone or open your text messages. Number 6, stretch throughout your day. This is one of my favorite ways to slow down. Number 7, break for lunch without screens and chew slowly, noticing the taste, the textures, and your jaw movement. Number 8, walk slowly when you move around. No brainer, but not so easy. Number 9, write a short reflection in your journal that's just long enough to slow you down. Try to do it in the morning, the midday, or the evening. Last but not least, number 10, take time to sit with your cat or your dog, pet them or play with them, or just observe how adorable they are. So, what do you think? That's all 10 of them. Do you like any of them? Experiment with them and don't give up on trying to slow down. Do you already have a slowing down practice that works for you? If you do, share it in the comments. I would love to hear it, and it can also help others too. Life has a natural rhythm to it. Everything unfolds in its time. The moon shows up at one time and the sun at another. Trees don't grow overnight and flowers don't bloom instantly. Nature does not rush. Yet nature makes everything beautiful in its time. Well, we're not separate from the nature of life. And when we slow down, it aligns our energy with these natural rhythms. And I just love that. That's all I've got for today. Thank you for listening. And if you have found this content helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe because this is going to help the new algorithm know who my tribe is. So I appreciate it. Until next time, slow your roll.